start with a small prayer. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishna Srimati Bhakti Namaste Saraswati Devi Gaur Bhakti Puchari Nirvishesha Shubhavati Vashadhi Shubha Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Thank you all of you for coming here for this session today. We're taking out some time from your busy schedule. It's important to take out some time for ourselves also, because we are busy every day, all day, throughout the year, 24/7. We are busy in so many other things. We even forget to take out time for ourselves. That is very important. It's very important to actually, first of all, to understand what we are supposed to do, what is good for us, are we doing the right thing? How many of you pose such questions to yourselves once in a while? Do you think such things? Okay, 2 of 3. Generally, we don't even forget to see ourselves. We are so much busy with what is going outside. We are very much preoccupied with that. Our mind, intelligence, everything is preoccupied with what is happening outside. We are busy in seeing things as others want us to see, and that's the thing which is changing now. Earlier this was not the case. With technological advancement, this thing is increasing more and more. Competitive spirit, comparing with each other, showing things, the way a person is. He shows himself to others in a different way, not the way he actually is, but in the way others want him to see. How do you feel this? Is this correct? Actually, this is happening, and we are not thinking these things because we are influenced by others. The social media, everything what we are seeing outside, they are influencing us so much that we are thinking what we are seeing outside. So the thought process, our decision making, our output, the actions that we perform, everything depends upon the input that we receive. We receive input from our senses. If we receive good input, correct input, then our actions will also be good. We will be in the right direction. Because input is what comes out as output. If there is a box, we see dustbin everywhere. If we put garbage in the dustbin, will something good come out? Will it happen? Only garbage will come out. So whatever we put within ourselves through our different senses, the same thing will come out. Maybe in the same way or some transformed way. Maybe in the form of anger, different, so many things are there. So that can transform even into more, what do you say, disastrous way, or even something which is not desirable. But same thing you would have studied vectors in mathematics, right? And there is a matrix which is multiplied by a vector, then it will result in a vector, right? And that matrix that vector, the resultant vector will be either, there can be three things. One thing, it can remain as it is, right? Second is, its magnitude can increase. Third thing, its direction is changing, right? The same way, the input which we receive, the way it will come out, it will depend upon what is within us. That's a matrix is called a transformation. Similarly, our mind, whatever their the thought, impressions which we have in our mind, through different sources which we have used for acquiring knowledge, will result in our output. So today's topic, have you seen topic? Today's topic? What's the topic?
Real knowledge.
Real knowledge. So that means something fake is also there. So what do you think? What type of knowledge is real? So anyone who is coming for the first time? So what do you think? What is the knowledge? Is there something fake or real, or everything is knowledge is knowledge? We should take whatever we are getting from wherever we are getting. So is there something called real or fake knowledge? Anything?
I don't know the exact answer. I guess real knowledge is something that is coming from a higher source, supreme source.
Yes, that is correct. So he has already read and heard about Bhagavad Gita. So that is correct. Real knowledge has to come from a source which is superior, which is supreme, which is beyond our shortcomings. Suppose a person is bound by ropes, right? Can that person free himself on his own? Is it possible? A person is tightly bound by ropes. Can he free himself? It's not possible. Only a person who is not bound, he can help him to free himself. Similarly, the knowledge, so let us first talk about fake knowledge, that means, which is, we will not say fake, we will say one is called absolute thing, one is called relative, right? Or you can say permanent and temporary also. The way all of you have heard about this theory of relativity, right? Everyone knows that. That means it is a relative. It changes with the frame of reference. It will change, right? Similarly, but on the other hand, absolute thing will be something which does not change, irrespective of frame of reference, whatever you choose. There is no condition on that. There are certain things which are common to each one of us, which each one of us has to go through, which each one of us actually experience. And I think most of the time we don't even think. And even if we think it, maybe only for a few moments, maybe for a few days, after that, again it's the same flow. So can you mention certain things which you think are common to any person, any living entity, wherever he is, that living entity is, it doesn't matter. Certain things which are common to everyone. Can you think of such things? Yes, correct. So those four things birth, old age, death and disease. Can anyone say that these things doesn't apply to a person? To him? Is it possible? No one can say that. It's common to each and every living entity. We cannot change it. We cannot do anything for it. Although we are trying so much. Scientists, doctors, they are trying very hard to extend our lifespan, to avoid death. No one wants to die. No one wants. No one wants disease also. Is there anyone in this room who wants like यार so बहुत टाइम हो गया एक भी बीमारी नहीं हुई मुझे कुछ तो होना चाहिए मजा नहीं आ रहा लाइफ में. We don't think that way. No one wants to get disease because it's very painful. That means we want to avoid any kind of uncomfortable situation. Okay? We want everything comfortable. That can give us happiness. Free from any kind of pain, trouble, anything. We want that to enjoy. Each one of us has that tendency. That means these things are applicable to each and everyone. And the other things, whatever you may, everything which apart from these things, and even apart from these four things, one may say even in for these things that death is very far away. We are youth. We have 50, 60 years maybe. And when we say disease, okay, once in a while we have disease. Old age is also, we have time for that. Whatever, okay, old age is gone, we have, it's not for us right now. Although death can come at any moment, but still we think that we are safe at least for 50, 60 years. Yudhishthir Maharaj was asked this question by Yaksh, that what is the most extraordinary thing, most surprising thing in this world? सबसे आश्चर्यजनक चीज क्या है? You know the answer? I think some of you will know. Ani bhutani gachanti yamale. Gradually, everyone slowly, everyone is going to the Yamale, means to the abode of Yamraj. After death, everyone is attaining the point of death, but still we think that I will not die. Whenever some our near one, dear one, he goes, he passes away, do we think that maybe for a moment you may think, but does that thought remain for a long time? That I will also meet the same fate one day? Do we remember that every time? We don't. Because it's not our tendency to die. We don't want to die. But it is forced upon us. Okay, so death is denied for us right now, let's say. We are sure. Although it is said that as sure as death will come. Until okay, let's say death is not there for us right now. Old age is also not there. Disease also, everyone seems to be okay right now. No disease. So still one may think that okay, I'm fine, everything, these three problems are gone, so everything is fine. So do you think everything is fine? My faces, I can see that everything is not fine. So that means something else is also there which is making our life difficult. So what are those things? Can you guess? Apart from these things which we already discussed, that means something extra is also there, and some bonus is also there for us to make our life miserable. So Bhagavad Gita says there are three things. Means they are categorized into these troubles are categorized into three categories. One is due to our own body and mind. So we You see, depression, suicide cases, anxiety, all these things are because of this. It is called Adhyatmic Klish. Then second one is due to other living entities. Adi Bhautik Klish. So you see, terrorism is one example. Then so many living entities also. Sometimes if you are going out, you are going peacefully, maybe seeing your mobile, and suddenly a dog comes up and bites. So that is music also as a living entity. If not, that you may say that it comes under disease. Then you can take other examples, maybe your neighbor or your some friend who became your enemy after some time. So different living entities also become a medium to give us misery. So that is another category. Third category is due to natural calamities. It is called Adi Daivik. So no one wants to flow in tsunami. We don't want it, right? But when tsunami comes, everything is destroyed. And it's whatever comes in its way, it is destroyed. Houses, they just are washed away. Everything is washed away. These volcanoes are there. So many things are there. So many natural calamities are there which are causing so much trouble for us. And we are trying so much to do disaster management. But the disaster is increasing. We are not able to manage it. Because this will happen. It is the nature of this world. All these things are faced by each and every one of us. So these things are, you can say, absolute. These things will happen. At least till the time we are here. These things will happen to us. We cannot deny that. And other things, it depends upon every person to person. When a person may be rich, another person is poor. A person may be very intelligent. Some person are not that intelligent. Someone is working in very big tech companies, but another person is a daily wage laborer. All these things are related. And these pertain to our body. So these are related things. And whatever knowledge which we gain to know about these relative things, to make our life simple, to avoid problems due to these relative things, they all fall under this category of relative knowledge or temporary knowledge. So one question is that are we body or are we soul? Are we body or soul? Very simple question. When we have heard so many times, right? But still we forget it.
We are soul, but we identify ourselves as a body.
Yes, correct. We are soul. But most of the time, this is 99.999% of time we always think that we do not think, but we actually work in that way. Our actions tell that we are doing that way. We are thinking in that way. We may not actually think. Do we think that I am this body, I am soul, I am not this body? How many of you think this way? How many times in a day? Every time. It is very good. So you should take inspiration from it. It's very good. It's very difficult. So out of us only one is there. So you can see how rare this thing is. It's very difficult. So most of the time we are thinking that we are this body. But actually we are soul and we have two coverings, two type of body. One is gross body, which we are seeing, made up of earth, water, fire, air, ether. And second one is, which is not visible. We cannot see it, but we have that body, which is comprises of mind, intelligence and possible. So whatever knowledge which we gain related to this body, gross and subtle body, that is relative. Because everyone has a different body. If we consider this universe is also a body. So whatever knowledge we are acquiring of this universe, that is also relative, because other universe will have a different set of things. Every planet is different, right? Moon planet is different. We know that gravity is different there. So every body is different. Similarly, everything is different. So the knowledge is also relative. We cannot apply that knowledge to everyone. So whatever knowledge we are gaining to keep this body fit, to do so many things, ultimately we want to make our life comfortable. Whatever technological advancement we are doing, what is the goal of that? What is the goal of technological advancement? We were happy with driving bullock carts, doing farming, but now things are changing faster for
to ease our lifestyle.
Yeah, that is one of their aim. They think that it will make our life easier, more comfortable. Now we are able to go from one place to another, at least from Delhi to Mumbai in 1.5 hours, but not from here to outside Mumbai. Shorter distance is taking more time than longer distance. And this is called as technological advancement. But actually it is not. So whatever we are doing, we are thinking that it will make our life easier. So that we can, finally we want to be happy. That is the main aim. And we think that whatever gadgets we are producing, that will make us happy. Is smartphones, robots, humanoids, they will work with us and make us happy. If we are sad, humanoid will help us. A person may betray, but the robot will not. The robot will always follow our instructions. A person may not follow, but robot will not deny. That's a robot. We want robots. People go to strike, but robots, they will not. They will follow the order. She wants to, because wherever human element is there, living entity is there, then one element is there. That element is free will. We have choices. We can accept things or deny. This choice is always with each and every one of us. Whenever we hear something, it's up to us to accept it or deny. And we have been doing this always. We always do this. And because of that choice, because that choice is not there with robot, robot has no choice. Robot is programmed to do the things as desired. The way we want it to work, the robot will work. But we humans, we generally don't do that. We have tendency to avoid things. So that is the difference. So whatever knowledge we are gaining for these things, universe, any branch of science, arts we can take, that is only meant for this body. We acquire so many, we may acquire many degrees, we may amass huge amount of wealth, our bank balance may be very huge, but that will not remain with us always. Once this body is finished, everything is finished. It's very difficult to even imagine. One moment, everything is finished. Because this has never happened to us. We don't think, but just one moment. T minus 1, you are having, let's say, 10 lakhs crore in your account. At time T is equals to T, gone. Nothing belongs to you. You have to start afresh. You don't even know that you will get a human birth. Then, if you become an animal, then no wealth, nothing. Then it will be very difficult. That life is further miserable. So it is very difficult. So is there a use of cultivating such a knowledge, or I would say cultivating only this knowledge, which is temporary, which is related to only temporary things, which will be finished once our body is finished. So is it wise to only gain this knowledge? Is it wise to only think about this type of knowledge? Yes or no? No. Correct. So we want knowledge. So we always aspire for something which always remain with us, right? We want relationship which lasts longer. Whatever we purchase, we want that is durable. It lasts longer. So why not invest in knowledge which lasts eternally, which remain with us forever? No matter how many bodies we change, but that knowledge can never be taken away from us. No one can do that. No one. So is it not good to cultivate such a knowledge which is there eternally with us? It is such things which will always be there with us. So this is the topic for today's session, that the knowledge which remains always with us, which tells us about our actual identity, real identity. So that is the real knowledge. And Krishna tells Arjuna in Bhagavad Gita about that knowledge. And that is for all of us, for our benefit. What is that knowledge? So we'll discuss some characteristics of that knowledge. What is that knowledge? So till now we have understood that yes, there are two types of knowledge, and it is good to invest in or cultivate that knowledge which is eternal, which actually helps us. Because we don't want to suffer, we want to enjoy, we want to live always, remain always, never die. So is there a knowledge which will help us attain that? So that is that knowledge which Krishna tells to Arjuna in Bhagavad Gita. So in chapter 9, Krishna tells that to Arjuna about that knowledge, and it is called Raj Vidya. Raj means king, Raja means king, and Vidya means knowledge. So it is called Raj Vidya, it means king of all knowledge. Why is it called king of all knowledge? Because we have seen other type of knowledge is relative, that is changing, but this knowledge is not changing, it is applicable to everyone. And it is always there. It is eternal, applicable to everyone. That is why it is called Raj Vidya. It is king of all knowledge. Every knowledge depends upon this knowledge. The other relative knowledge has no existence without this knowledge. That is why it is called Raj Vidya. You can see, you can take example. I think there is one famous video you would have seen of, I think Einstein or Newton. I think he was Einstein. So he was once, his physics professor was teaching about this light optics. So he asked a question, existence of light and darkness. Into the darkness, what is the meaning of darkness? What is the definition of darkness?
That there is no light.
Yes, absence of light. So definition itself involves light. So darkness has no stand without light. It has no meaning without light. Similarly, void. You would have studied that in chemistry. Different is BCC as hexagonal packing of the thing. Different packing. There are voids, and then there is different molecules are there, atoms are there. In between them there is a void, space. So if atoms are not there, what is the meaning of the space? It's void. If substance is not there, then what is the meaning of void? There is no meaning of void without substance. When we say void, something is not there. Then comes the question of, when something is there, without that void cannot come. If it is not there, then what is void? Similarly, from where this concept is coming, you know? Have you think? Without this before? It is explained in Bhagavad Gita that Krishna has 3 types of energies. One is superior, one is inferior, and one is marginal. So we are marginal. And from this concept comes many concepts. So there's marginal potency which we have soul. So we have 2 options. Either we can remain under the protection of Krishna or under Maya. So the way we define this darkness, similarly Maya has no existence without Krishna. Absence of Krishna is Maya. So definition of Maya comes from Krishna only. Similarly, the concept of 0 and 1, binary came from here. 0 or 1. Either you are with Krishna, 1, or you are with 0, Maya. You are not with Krishna. If you are with Krishna, then it is 1. If you are not with Krishna, everything is 0. So whatever position, whatever we have, whatever knowledge we have, whatever strength, whatever 6 opulences that Krishna has, all the opulences in full quantity. There are 6 opulences. Actually, this verse in Bhagavad Gita, which talks about Rajvidya. This chapter 9th is called Rajvidya, knowledge, king of all knowledge. So that verse begins with word Shri Bhagavan Vacha. So Shri Bhagavan, Krishna is called Bhagavan. And Bhag means opulences. Van means one who possesses. So he has 6 types of opulences in full quantity. No one can claim that he has even one opulence in totality. No one can claim that. So do you know what are the 6 opulences? Yes.
Sampurna Vairagya,
Renunciation,
Saundarya,
beauty,
power,
okay, strength, power,
intelligence,
wisdom. Two more. Wealth is covered? No, wealth is not covered. Wealth and one more.
Faith.
Fame. Yes. So no one can claim that one has even one of these in full quantity. No one can say that. Only Bhagavan can say. So only Krishna can say that. That's why he is referred to as, addressed as Bhagavan here. Only he can claim. So he is Bhagavan. Shri Bhagavan was. That's why he is. So he is the only one who can claim this. So if we don't have Krishna with us, in our life, Krishna is not there, who has everything in full amount, then everything is 0. But if we have Krishna in our life is centered around him, then we have 1. After 1, you can add any number of 0. That quantity will increase. Right? But if you add something before 0, nothing will happen. So that's why this binary, why all these things are coming from our scriptures. Why we say 0 came from India? It came from scriptures. Everything is given in scriptures. Some people, so why zero, all this concept came from these simple things. Have you thought about all these things before in this direction? Ever? No? Only few. So that's why this knowledge is called Raj Vidya. Each and every knowledge which we see is our scriptures. Every type of knowledge is there. NASA is using this information about Pushpak Viman and all that. They are using evidences from knowledge of Viman Shastra to make these new these aerospace planes, even rockets. Every kind of knowledge is there in Scripture. Because Krishna has made this world. Everything. He has made everything. Even with a simple gadget, we get a manual to understand that object, to understand its working principle, everything, how to operate it. Similarly, He has made this entire creation. He has done that creation, so He has given the manuals also, and the scriptures are the manual. So if we read them, we can know everything. That is why this knowledge is called Rajvidya. The next, whatever knowledge we want to learn, right? Let's say, suppose when we want to learn some mathematical concept, say integration, we want to learn integration. So do we need some prerequisite for that? For understanding integration, can anyone learn integration without any requirement? No, we need basics for that. Some basic mathematics till class 10th we have to study. After that, in 11th or 12th we are taught this integration, right? Differential equation and all these things. So it requires some prerequisite. So if that relative knowledge is requiring some prerequisite, so will this knowledge not require any prerequisite? What is that prerequisite? Can you guess? Is there, first of all, is there any prerequisite or anyone can understand this knowledge? Okay, it is there. So what is that requirement? It's difficult to answer. Yes. You can try.
Surrender, faith.
Yes. One good intake. Very good. Faith is very important. Faith, surrender. Very good point. Surrender will come only when we have faith.
Acceptance of
Yes, correct. That is also very important. Acceptance is correct.
worship.
Worshipping. Worshipping will come only once we do all these things. Well, unless one has surrendered to someone, he will not worship. He will not do that. These inputs are correct.
I believe a person can also have a quality of judgmental, judging things. If a person
Judging
can-
things, in being judgmental has a negative connotation also. So, having proper attitude is very important. And that's why this input which is given, faith is very important. Once we have faith, we will take things in the proper attitude, right attitude. So faith is a very good point. Surrender will come only by faith. And one particular word which Krishna uses here is anusuyu. That means non-enviousness. Even this word comes in Bhagavatam. Paramo nirmatsarana. Non-enviousness. And Krishna says that I am giving this knowledge to you, Arjuna, because you are non-envious. You are non-envious. You are my friend, you are my devotee. Because this is very important. Because so many things are told. Right? Krishna says that I am the creator, I am the proprietor, I am the supreme enjoyer. Bhoktaram yajna tapsam sarvaloko maheshwara. I am the master of every entire this creation. But how many of us actually believe in that? We don't believe. When someone is superior to us, we envy that person. Right? We envy that person. That's why we envy God also. We envy Krishna. Why can't I be like you? I also want that. Very famous. Krishna can have 16108 wives. Why can't I? Well, yeah, this is a very famous question posed by many people around the world. So this is because of envy. And if we envy someone, we can never get the knowledge. Because we will always say, I know better than him. If we go to a conference, there are many people who attend that conference. You will see around the world many good learned people will come. But if we go with an attitude that I know better than others, then nothing will go inside. Whatever we may hear from here, it will go out from the other ear. Nothing will go inside. It will not stay. Because that's why this quality is very important, non-enviousness. So faith and non-enviousness, this is very important. Because if we don't have faith, we are envious, then Krishna says that I have planned for you, I have planned everything for you, but we will believe. We think that I am independent. I have my own plans. I have been making my plans for so many lifetimes. In this lifetime also, I have made so many plans. I can take care of myself. Why do I need someone else? Right? We plan so many things. We plan many things. Does each and every plan of ours fructify? Do everything happen as per our plan? It will never. Most of the time it doesn't happen. Something or other will come in between. It will not happen. But still we don't want to believe. When Krishna says that I will take care of everything. This entire scientific advancement, technological advancement is based upon this principle of envy. Because we think that we are the creator, we can defy even death. That's why we are trying to do that. If we simply accept what Krishna is saying, what scriptures are saying, if we have already seen that these are absolute problems, no one can deny them. If we directly accept them, what is the need of all these things? Krishna has already given Ayurveda. What is the need of defying death, prolonging the body? Even prolonging your life, you can prolong it by taking shelter of Ayurveda. You can do that. Yogis, they are able to prolong their life for some years by controlling their breath. Scientists cannot do that, but yogis are able to do without any kind of scientific knowledge. So who is better? So in that regard, yogis are better than scientists. They are able to even prolong their life. Scientists have never been able to do that. There are few yogis who are able to live longer without any kind of disease. So all this knowledge is already there, but we don't want to believe because of this envious nature. So once, we have faith. I hope all of you are, at least now you will try to believe things. Okay. We can try, it's difficult, but at least we can hear with an open mind. Because even if we put faith in so many things, right? We have faith in our education system. We never question why 1 plus 1 is only 2. We never question. Is it not a faith? We always believe, right? We believe that what the teacher is teaching us, it is correct. We always believe that. Has anyone thought that in your childhood, even in now college, that whatever teacher is saying, I don't think is correct? It might happen sometimes, but not always. Error. It can be a human error. And most of the time we don't think, we don't believe. Because when we are also understanding, then we know that yeah, there is some error here. But we know that whatever he is teaching, it's correct. Or he or she is teaching, it's correct. So we have that faith. Even we have faith on doctor that he will not take our kidney. But although that may happen now, but yes, still we have faith. Good surgeon will never do that. It's ethical practice. So we always have faith. Why not have faith in the right place? Krishna is assuring everything. So what will be the result? What are we going to obtain by this knowledge? So Krishna says two things. One is theoretical knowledge and one is practical knowledge. Jnana Vijnana Sahitam. Even in our ordinary education system, we see we have two types of, even in one subject, you see science. Let's take example of science. So we have theory classes as well as practical classes, right? Similarly, this knowledge also has both the parts, two parts, theoretical and practical. So one of us, you said that you feel your soul every time you are feeling this. So that's a practical aspect. But that will be reflected only when we are actually acting in that way. Theoretical knowledge means that, yes, knowing that I am soul, I am not this body. Knowing this is theoretical knowledge. We have heard this. But practical means we are actually working with conviction on that platform. If we know that we are soul, then we will actually work for that. We will give input for soul. Right now we are giving input for our bodies. But if we believe, we have faith, we have understood, we have realized that we are soul, then we will give input to soul. And what is the input to soul? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. This is the most simple way to give input to soul. Very easy. Anyone can do. For body we need food, right? For that we need to work. But for this, food for soul requires no job. No need to go for job. Simply anywhere we can chant. Anytime. No fees, nothing is required. Very simple, right? So simple. Everything has been made so simple, but still we are not doing that. If we are not doing that, that means we are not working on the level of soul. It is still a theoretical knowledge. It is not practical yet. So to the degree we realize this, to that degree we will follow it. Our actions will reflect that. So that these two things, practical and theoretical knowledge, we obtain by this vidya. And what will be the result? Yes, liberation from this body of material misery, from this. So Krishna says moksha se shubhat, ashubhat. Ashubh means all these miseries. So, and moksha is liberation from all these type of misery. We can attain, we can go to him again. So that is the result. After this, Krishna also tells what are the characteristics of this knowledge. There are 8 characteristics. One we have already discussed, that is Rajvidya. That it is the king of all knowledge, and all other knowledge depends on this knowledge. The second is Raj Guhya. This is secret, king of all secrets. Do you think it's secret? Means I already revealed it, but now it's not a secret. But is it a secret? Actually, it is a secret. It's all the mercy of Srila Prabhupada. And the mercy of Srila Prabhupada by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. By this script that Prabhupada has given us these scriptures in very easy, understandable, with so very easy purpose, easy to understand, practical purpose, that we are able to understand, know about this secret. But outside, if you go out, if you would have not come here very first day, then you would also have not known about the secret. Actually, it's a secret. Scriptures tell 84 lakh species of life are there. 84 lakh species. Out of that, 4 lakh are human species. Even out of 4 lakh human species, there are civilized and uncivilized. Uncivilized, they don't even get education. So out of 4 lakh also, few are civilized. Out of them also, we have already discussed the requisite for getting this knowledge. Non-enviousness, faith. Most of the people don't have faith. Most of the people envy. So how will they receive this knowledge? It's not possible. That's why it's secret. That's why Krishna says it is Guhya Tamam, the most secret knowledge. Krishna has already given less secret. One secret knowledge is given difference between body and soul. A few people know that. But different, we are not this body but soul, it is a kind of negative thing. But what is the positive aspect? Some people only stick to this point. Okay, we are not this body, we are soul. But what to do next? Negation will not help us. Negating that we are in this body will not help. It is not sufficient. We need to do something positive. So that's why Krishna tells next, more secret knowledge. Guhyatar. So that is 7th chapter of Guhyatar. 8th chapter, 7th and 8th. And 9th chapter it is called Guhyatam, the most secret knowledge. That's why this is not so easy to understand. We are very fortunate. It's our fortune that we are here in this temple of Shri Shri Radha Ras Bihari, which was developed by Prabhupada. Otherwise, we would not have known these things. So that is the second characteristics. Raj, what was that? Raj Guhya. First one was king of all knowledge. Second is king of all secrets. Third is Raj Vidya, Raj Guhya, Pavitra. Pure. This knowledge is very pure. Anyone who comes in contact with this knowledge is purified. You can easily see. How many of you have been chanting for maybe some 1 or 2 months? More than yeah. Minimum 1 month we can say. So many of you. So have you seen some change? There is no doubt in that. This is a wrong question. The question is correct. I should frame it correctly that have you seen any positive change? Negative can never happen. So asking that change, it will always be positive. Chanting makes us very peaceful, right? Calm. All the good qualities will all naturally they come up. Whenever we associate with this process, all the good qualities will come up. You can take example compassion. Compassion means, when passion is come, the passion comes with no compassion. Yeah, it's correct. If you don't have passion, then it is compassion. Only that person can have compassion who doesn't have passion. Because passion leads to greed, envy, competitive spirit, envy, superiority complex, aggressive nature, anger, lust, everything is. Like Krishna says, Rajoguna Samudbhava. They come up, they take birth with this due to passion. The definition, even in Bhagavad Gita, it is given. What is the definition of Vidya? What is the symptom of Vidya? Vidya Vinaya Sampanne. By actual knowledge, actual real knowledge, what will happen? Humility will come. That's why scriptures give example of a tree laden with fruits. A fruit bearing tree, a tree laden with fruit will always go down. It will come down. A person who is knowledgeable, he will be humble. And that way he will see everyone equal. Equal in terms of at the platform of soul. At the platform of soul. He will see everyone as soul. That's a very high status. The actual knowledge, this is the knowledge which we are talking about. That's why Krishna says this knowledge is very secret. This entire knowledge of Bhagavad Gita is meant to make us humble. So that is a symptom, we can check. That's why the next characteristic is Pratyaksh Avagamam. We can experience, directly we can see the result. Direct experience. Which means it can be understood by direct experience. Just now you told that by chanting this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, you are feeling joy, happy, bliss. You are becoming calm, peaceful. So you are directly experiencing it. If a person is hungry, so how will he know that hunger is gone? How?
After eating.
Yes, after eating. Do I need to tell him that you are not hungry now? He will automatically know. Already, just by having food, you will know that now my hunger is gone. It is a relief. Similarly, by following this process, we can directly know. We can automatically know. So many symptoms are given in scriptures. If you see, we are becoming more soft. Our nature is becoming soft, not aggressive. Earlier we were, even small things would irritate us. You see, we can practically see in buses, in metro or in local. It is very evident. Just a small corner touches someone, good words will come out, flowery language will come out from the mouth. Right? So we were also in that category. But now it has changed. Just after coming here, Hare Krishna Prabhu. So drastic change. You see outside, faces are morose. But as soon as you see a devotee, smile will automatically come. Automatically. No need to do anything. No endeavor is required. Automatically it will happen. See such a big change? Do we see such change outside? It's very difficult. Even if a smile is there, that is a fabricated smile. Otherwise, it's from inside, that natural smile, it's very difficult to see outside. Very difficult. It is only possible when we are connected to Krishna in some way or other. That is only possible by that. So we can directly experience it. Another characteristic of this knowledge. So do we see all these things in our relative knowledge? Do we see all these things? We can't find all these things. Because that is a temporary knowledge. It will always perish. That might give us few satisfaction maybe to a certain degree. But once the body is finished, that will also be gone. So next characteristic is Uttamam. So it is made up of two words. Uttamam means, one definition of Uttam is very. Uttam is best. Best. The Sanskrit is such a beautiful language that one word can have several meanings depending upon the context. So here Uttamam means Ud plus Tamam. Ud means to transcend and Tamam means Andhakar. The knowledge which takes us out of darkness. So this material world is dark. Is it correct? This material world is dark.
Yes.
How?
We can experience.
How?
Relative knowledge.
Yes.
Ignorance.
Yes. Yes. Very simple. Yeah, anyway, you can say that is one way that Jitesh is saying that material world is dark in many ways. That is correct. One way is saying ignorance is darkness. Absence of knowledge is darkness. The simplest way we can think is, if this material world was not dark, why do we need sun and moon? We need light. Where darkness is there. So sun and moon are required. In daytime we have sun and night time we have moon for light. And so it's a dark place, that's why we need. Similarly, we have lack of knowledge here, ignorance. That's why scriptures are there. Srimad Bhagavatam is that light. Purana ko Dhurodita, Adhuna Udita. So it is after Krishna disappeared, Srimad Bhagavatam appeared to give us that light. So that was another characteristics. So how many? Adam? Rajvidya, Rajguryam, Pavitram, Uttamam, Pratyaksha, Avagam, direct experience. 5. 3 more are there. Next is Dharma. So whatever this knowledge is there, it is based upon religious principles. This knowledge tells us about all the religious principles. Dharman tu Shakshat Bhagavad Pranitam. Whatever we say, that is Dharma. And the highest Dharma, supreme occupation is to attain love of God. All the religions will say the same thing. Ahetukiya pratinata ya atma su rasivati. That unmotivated, uninterrupted love which we develop. That is the supreme occupation. And this knowledge helps us to achieve that. That's why whatever dharmic principles that we derive are derived from this knowledge. This is the source of all the religious principles. Whatever religion it is. Because we see one common thing in all the religion is chanting of holy names. Even whether it's Christianity, Islam, or Hinduism, everywhere we see they have beads. They chant the names of God. It is very common. So everything is coming from this knowledge. And last, 2 more. One is Susukham Kartum. It is very joyfully performed. Prabhupada used to say, chant, dance and feast. And we do this in each and every session, right? We start with chanting, kirtan. Then we are hearing. After that we again chant and dance. And then we have feast also. So anyone who is not happy about these things? No one would say that. So Prabhupada is saying it's a very simple process, very easy process. Just chant, dance and feast. When Prabhupada introduced this process in the West, they knew nothing. They knew nothing. Who is Krishna? They don't know. They have never heard about Krishna. So Prabhupada, you know what Prabhupada used to do? he used to cook for them. Breakfast prasadam, he used to cook. They would eat, and Prabhupada would say, you go and do Sankirtan. So they would go out in the streets and do Sankirtan. After that, they would come in the afternoon, and again Prabhupada would cook for them and give them prasadam. Again they would go out. In the evening they would come and again a prasadam. So one day a person was going in car. He was a very rich person. He saw these devotees, they are so joyful, so happy, just simply chanting and dancing. He was very amazed by seeing those devotees. How can they're so happy? I am such a big rich person, I have never felt such a way. So he was very curious, he went to the devotees and asked, so, what do you do? Devotees say, we do what we are doing, chant and dance. No, but what do you do for living? Chant and dance. He was shocked. How is this possible? I am struggling so much to earn I have earned so much by struggling so much. How can they say like that? Just by chanting and dancing, we are getting everything. So he was very shocked. So he took. So devotees say that yes, we simply do all these things because our Guru has said. So the devotees took that person to Prabhupada. So Prabhupada, he asked the same question. What do you do for living? Oh, we don't do anything. We just simply chant, dance and feast. So Prabhupada said, everything is supplied by Krishna. The devotees, they go and just do Sankirtan and everything is supplied by Krishna. The person was very shocked. It's very, they're so happy and doing just simply such a blissful life. So Prabhupada said, are you happy? No. Do you want to be happy? Yes, why not? Then come and join us. You will be happy. But then he said, I can't. So devotees, simply by following this process, we become so happy, joyful. This process is very joyful. But not everyone is ready to take it up. So we are very fortunate. So we should try to take maximum advantage of it. And last is Abhayam. We already talked about it that it is never finished. This knowledge is never finished. It is permanent. It always lasts. Even if this body is finished, it will always go with us. So there is a verse in Bhagavad Gita which says, Neha Vikrama Ashvaste Satyavayam Navidyate Svalpam Apyasa Dharmasya Trayate Mahatva Maya. There is no loss or diminution. Neither there is a loss nor it reduces. Whatever balance which we have, account which we have, we won't have even a single penny with us once we leave this body. But the spiritual account that we have, all of you have opened here in this bank of Shri Radharaj Bihari, it will last forever. This bank will never undergo bankruptcy. No, that can never happen. It will always be there. So whatever you are depositing here, it will always be there with you. Always. It will never reduce. There is no hacking. Cyber attack is not possible here. No one can hack your account. So it is fully secure. Such a secure interface has never been developed. And it can never be developed. So Krishna is giving that assurance. That you leave everything and I will give you freedom from everything. Are we ready to take? We have reservations. So, but it's good that all of us are coming here and hearing this knowledge. it will certainly add to our account, spiritual account, and he will keep on increasing it. So this is the knowledge which we should try to cultivate. And we can understand this knowledge only when we come here regularly and try to follow it. When we believe it, we have faith, gradually we will be able to, because we have already seen one characteristic is pavitra. It purifies us. You see, by chanting so many of bad habits, they've already gone. Many bad habits we are easily able to give up. We don't have to do any extra endeavor for giving up those bad habits. Certain habits may be a little difficult to give up, but gradually if we follow this process, then those are also easily able to overcome those bad habits. That is why, because we have, it is said that we are already suffering here. We are having a fever here. Fever of material world. Just a person who is having jaundice. If we give him sweet, it will not be sweet for him. It is better. But what is the medicine? Medicine is sugarcane juice. The same sugarcane which is actually sweet, but he is not able to taste the sweetness of that cane juice. If he keep on having that, drinking that sugarcane juice, gradually it cures his disease. His liver is fine, jaundice is gone, and now he is again able to taste that sweetness. Similarly, we are also diseased. It is difficult to believe, but actually we are diseased. Because we have so many problems, we have so many bad impressions. If we were all perfectly fine, then there would have been no problem with us, no disease, no anxiety, nothing. But can any one of us say that we are free from any kind of misery? We cannot say that. That's what Bhagavad Gita is saying, this world is dukhalayam asashvatam. It is, temple is called Devalaya. Himalaya is called Himalaya because it is a place of ice. Him means birth. Similarly, this place is Dukhalaya. Dukhalaya. That means place of misery. How can we expect everything fine here? Dukhalaya, and then it is ashashvata, temporary, not permanent. So something which is temporary, and we are again taking knowledge which is related to that temporary thing. How can we become permanent? Right? We are permanent and we want to take temporary knowledge to satisfy that permanent thing. It is a, what to say, incompatibility. Permanent thing can be attained only by permanent knowledge, not by temporary knowledge. That's why this knowledge is given in Bhagavad Gita. Rajvidya. There is one example of Sanatana Goswami. He was a very big person. He was, in the court of Nawab Hussain Shah in Bengal. He was Prime Minister. And he knew many languages. He was very learned scholar. But when he went to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked him, what is education? He said, people call me learned, but I don't even know who am I. I don't want to suffer, but still I am being forced to suffer. I don't know where I am coming from and where I am going. See, such a learned person, Prime Minister of Bengal. Earlier Bengal was West Bengal plus Bangladesh. He was Prime Minister for that entire region. He is saying, I don't know anything. And still people call me learned. And I believe also. So that is a state of, that is our state. Sanatana Goswami is saying on behalf of all of us. He was not actually like that, he knew everything. But he is saying everything on our behalf. We are in that same situation. Actually, we are not in that same situation, we are not that learned. Okay, little bit knowledge we have, but still we don't know anything. The questions which he posed are relevant for each and every one of us. We also don't know anything. So such a big person is asking learned person. So that means this is a question which every one of us should ask. Think about and get the answer. And by coming here, you will get all the answers. That's why Chaitanya Prabhu says this process is very easy. We have seen that this is a secret knowledge, right? But it is very easy. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has made it very easy. Srila Prabhupada has made it very easy for us. Simply we have to come here, chant, hear attentively. Again and again when we hear, then we will be able to remember it. And if we remember it, we will perform the same thing. So that's why the simplest process is to chant Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Thank you all of you for coming for this session. I hope it was worth for you, and please keep on coming here in the association of such nice devotees. You will surely benefit, make your lives successful and get the real knowledge. Hare Krishna.